Hello Aries, how's it going? Thank you so much for checking out my channel here at Reflexive Moon Tarot. I am Sarah and I'll be hosting a general read, channeling full moon in Aquarius vibes during Virgo season. So lots of air, lots of earth, and we got a flipper here. So you may be concerned or feeling, maybe you're not feeling. That could be what this card indicates. There may be a disconnect with who you need to give your energy to, who you need to actually help out the most. This could, this usually starts with the self and the immediate people that you're responsible for, but the Six of Pentacles is usually like a card of philanthropy, of generosity, and it being reversed speaks to either self-serving purposes, like for example, systems that are set up to benefit people in positions of power that also look like they are providing a service to society or to a particular group. So, things like, for example, child welfare. So we have, and definitely a need for safety and security for children. We need to eliminate poverty because children are impacted by that the most. But the positions that people hold within those systems are very high-paying jobs that are also for the purpose of, that also exist because of people's misfortune. And it's also very much implicated in the oppression of women and children and families. So that's like a pretty heavy example of the Six of Pentacles reversed, but I'm hoping that speaks to true equity that you may want to pay attention to. Like, there's so many injustices going on. It's a heavy burden to bear, being in a position of power and wanting to be the voice of those who are in need. So don't be cheap with yourself. Don't be cheap with, reach out and find out what people's ideas are on what it is that they're looking for, what they need. Always, always, always listen to the voice of the people that you serve. It's a heavy burden to bear. It 100% is a heavy burden to bear when you are responsible and in a position where you have much to give. If this is the case where you've got too much going on, Aries, and don't have anything to give, then that's where you need to start putting some things down so that you can organize and regroup and make sure that you are taking care of yourself so that you have something to give. Being responsible with your money. Finding the strength within to see that there is a situation where you sort of need to realize that the bad outweighs the good. There's a situation where the bad outweighs the good. There's also, this is also a card of stubbornness, of dealing with somebody who is ornery on some level. Just finding the strength to tame your beast within. This indicates that you have that you're in control, and that you know when to sort of, you know when to release the Kraken and when to, keep it in check. So that is working for you. Let's see where we're moving from. This is you. This is you in your element right here. a confident individual who has a deep understanding of systems and energy to put in a huge amount of input into creating a system that works, creating a system that is like succinct and organized and like based on what is logical and reasonable. I feel like is at the core like of how systems should operate. Now, you can't place too much emphasis on logic and reason because emotions and values do come into play and there are those gray areas. So, you have an understanding. You have an understanding of what that means. That's good. Queen of Cups. All right, so within your immediate future, there's an individual who's going to help nurture. This could be you as well. Emotional nurturing is going to be something, an energy that you channel. It could be, it could also be like an agenda that has to do with water. Making sure that your fluids are clean, making sure that you are eating healthy, drinking clean water, and able to, and you want to be in a position where you can provide that or just be a part of a cause that helps people achieve wellness and sustainability on an emotional level to feel good where we're at. The Queen of Cups is definitely a person, can be a mother figure, someone who's very nurturing on an emotional level, and someone who's there to validate any emotions that you may be processing. So someone that you feel comfortable. Could be just like an advisor or counsel on some level. If they are a woman, make sure that they are being compensated and you're not taking. So that is important, that we acknowledge the nurturing energy that the sacred feminine has to offer, because it's an output, and it definitely deserves an exchange on some level. So let's see what your attitude is like, Aries. That watery energy is difficult for you being a fire sign. Sometimes it will really put out your ego, and you thrive on ego. It's a blessing and a curse on some level, having such a powerful ego. And you're just learning, but you want to learn, which is really, really important. This could be also a young person in your life, but I feel like this is you. This is more like a reflection of your attitude. So there may be some emotional immaturity on some level, and that could have to do with balance of give and take. Just sort of like, I want to say, learning how to grow up emotionally is definitely within. It's something that you need to have a good attitude about, and it's tricky for you, especially being an Aries. So that's something that you're going to have to be mindful of if you feel like someone is rubbing you the wrong way, or you're going against the grain on some level. Take a good honest look at yourself. And sometimes it just means learning how to tolerate your pain, learning how to suck it up, and grow a pair. That can be ovaries or balls. All right. So the way that others see you is not, interestingly, there's something about standing your ground, defending what is sacred to you, defending your energy. This could be why you're at this sort of, your attitude is sort of at a page level. So having better defensive tactics as opposed to just assuming that what it is that you're going to be responsible for protecting is going to be taken care of. So maybe, I'm not sure what the battle has looked like for you up until this point. it's possible that you are going to face some issues related to complacency. How that looks, I'm not sure, but as an Aries, usually like the ego is, it's your blessing and your curse at times. So it can be just that you are really struggling to, I'm trying to figure out how to say this in a way that doesn't sound harsh and that is effective. It's like humility. Humility is so important. And the reason why, the reason behind your humility is also important. So is it self-serving or is it actual authentic humility? So do some soul searching on humility and understand that maybe some people have really dealt with an uphill battle and yours may not have been as difficult. So being understanding and compassionate. And it looks like you're really on the road to a good place with a balanced outlook, with an understanding that you do have that it factor, that you're awesome, and that your goals are achievable. It's just a matter of emotionally investing in actualizing them. And I think being like clear and concise about what they are. So really having a strong focus is super important, because when you're moving from the 2 to the 3, you have that one wand that's planted heavily behind you. You got a solid idea on the ground, and then there's an energy output that you will be receiving a return from. So this is key to you placing that solid idea in the ground, planting it in the ground. Let's see here, what else? Ooh. All right. So with the 7 of Coins, health can be something that you're not really looking at. I feel more like this is an unwillingness to deal with boring and mundane tasks associated with growth, with your financial growth, with your career growth, or your skill set, the growth of your skill set and experiential knowledge. So it's really important that you put some time in and understand that things are going to take time. The upward mobility is not a turnkey operation. Being born into wealth and power is a turnkey operation. Upward mobility, no, it is an uphill battle. It is an uphill climb. Self-love and understanding choices that you have to make in love. Balanced emotions. So knowing what's yours and what isn't yours emotionally, and being able to separate those two, not allowing what's yours to get in the way. But this is also like relationship vibes. This is wanting to share with somebody, wanting to really, really be present in a situation, and understanding that it's not all about you, that there are two halves to this whole, but that it can be, a beautiful experience. Whether it is something that is long-term, short-term, I really think that emotional balance is going to be key to you maintaining all of these really positive aspects within this reading. So emotional balance is key. Thank you so much for watching, Aries, and we will catch you next time. Take care and bye for now.